Welcome everyone to EveryDay Bwonder's YouTube page. My name is Bobby. I'm so glad if you stop by, you're tuning in. Please like, share with those if you like what you hear. I just wanted today just intro what's my page about, what I'm going to be discussing. I figured it's much easier to just kind of put it all out on the table, as they would say, and just discuss what's on the table, what does it mean to me, and how it's going to show up in my YouTube page. First, I want to start off with faith-based. So my life of faith, how it evolved around my family. I'm married, a husband with 2 kids. So what does that look like? Navigating faith in 2025 and certainly 2026. How I serve my church. I am a drummer, musician. I help put out content there. So that's something that we can certainly discuss in terms of that and seeing some of that footage behind the scene. I work for a Fortune 500 company in tech. So much tech is really just my thing. I'm very techy. I love all things that you can kind of just figure out from being on this table, as I picked up the Pixel Pro 10 XL. What does that look like? How that's a daily driver for me. I also have Apple in my ecosystem, so using iPhone, Macs, you name that. So sort of the best of both worlds to really make sure that I'm kind of sharp when it comes to that conversation. Also, I am a photographer, videographer. So behind the scenes of what that looks like, from events to weddings to portraits to just running around doing shoots and just some of that life of an entrepreneur, and really, really great stuff with that. I really enjoy doing that. And then for those, as I say, the 7200 is something that one of my daily drivers, something I really bring onto all my shoots and I shoot with. And we'll go through some of the topics of like what's in your camera bag. I'll show you some of the things that I carry on me as daily drivers, as someone who is putting out content. You have my Canon R5. This was a Mark IV. We didn't really talk about that much. So a Canon user. I'm not opposed to Sony. If you want to put it in my hands, Sony, I'll certainly use it. So I'm never opposed to any of those brands. They want to sponsor me, just put it out there. And then also, on this side is gaming. I grew up in the 90s. We played outside and we played video games. So I picked up the Steam Deck. This thing is really something I can't keep my hands off of. We'll talk about some of the things I'm doing, how cool it is, the ecosystem, and just learning something new from any other gaming system. Also, the Nintendo Switch 2, big Nintendo fan, picked this up, played many hours on Donkey Kong. I'm sure we all have. Pokemon ZNA is another thing that I'm sort of going back and forth with. So really just trying to find time with gaming and everything else that I'm doing. And then also here, you can see big sneakerhead. So these Jai 3s are going to be sneaker of the year. Definitely, we're going to coin this here. So what's in my closet? Some of the things I'm wearing on my feet as I'm going out. Maybe we can sort of do some I like to call it dad kicks, as being a father. And then also, just what sneakers mean to me, and even just fashion itself. I'm not a fashionista, but we can certainly put an outfit together. So I'll certainly be having some of that content there. And outside of that, you can see what I have on here. We're going back to Super Bowl this year. I'm just saying that now. You heard it here. Big Eagles fans, big sports fan in general. So if it's basketball, football, women's WNBA, tennis, soccer, you name it. So that's something that we are certainly discuss and a little bit behind the scenes. And then there's things that may come up as other topics that, hey, Bobby, have you looked at that? Have you thought about this? Please let me know. But really just enjoy the ride. I'm excited. This is kind of my first, content journey here. So bear with me. There'll be bloopers. There'll be mistakes along the way. But I certainly wanted to share this with the world. And again, thank you for tuning in, and look forward to seeing more content in 2026.